story, the new Ford Mustang GTD. Now, I've heard whisperings that this was coming over the last 6 to 12 months, and here it is, now unveiled. We're at a customer preview evening ahead of the Quail, where it's making its global debut out here in California during Monterey Car Week. The Quail is becoming quite the hotspot for the launch of some seriously special machines, and this is right up there. The GTD stands for Grand Touring Daytona. Consider it a road homologation special to return to the 24 Hours of Daytona race, along with the 24 Hours of Le Mans and even more. You'll have to excuse the slightly peculiar lighting, of course, customer event this evening, and an opportunity for us to take a first look at this beastly thing based on the latest generation Ford Mustang. Now in its 7th iteration, the S650, but with some fairly significant changes. Of course, the same chassis, but now with a transaxle gearbox. The gearbox being in the back, that gives the car a 50-50 weight distribution. We've got a new hydraulic suspension system. We've obviously got completely different bodywork, the active aerodynamics, the massive wing at the rear. No doubt it's going to sound immense as well. At this moment in time, we haven't heard production numbers, but I would expect a couple of thousand, likely 2,000 or 3,000 cars. No word on pricing either, but again, potentially in the $300,000, $350,000 region. We'll have to wait to see how cars will be allocated and how exactly that process is going to be managed. But when you look at this thing up close, it is so aggressive and so phenomenally cool. The fact that this, as a 2025 model year or late 2024, exists is just epic, I think it's safe to say. Now, as somebody who has seriously enjoyed the previous generation Mustang, many miles in my Shelby GT500 carbon fiber track pack, and also enjoyed almost 5 years of ownership of the Ford GT, you can imagine this is right up my street. I have been following the story closely, and now we have the car. Now we have this crazy thing, and there's a lot for us to go and take a look at by way of examples and different parts of the car itself here as well. But let's start with a more close walk around to talk about some of the design details and features. The entire bodywork of the Mustang GTD is made from carbon fiber, of course, significantly helping with weight, along with the magnesium wheels. Now, I believe these are standard, but more on those in just a moment, because I am fascinated by the choice of tyres and the width selection that they've gone for. Now, of course, carbon body panels helps in a very big way, but being based on the S650 platform, it's not the lightest of cars to begin with, and it's certainly disadvantaged by the width of the bodywork, things like that wing that's active at the back, and plenty more elements that are going on. We do have a rear seat delete, so it remains to be seen what the final weight of the car will be. To talk about the body and the design, it's distinctly Mustang. It's a distinct Mustang shape, but my goodness, is it different. We'll start at the headlights, those yellow eyebrows over the triple lights on each side, the horse in the center of the front grille, the hood latches, as we saw on the GT500 for the carbon fiber bonnet. Down below, this incredibly extended front splitter, the flicks that wrap around the side, of course, all helping with downforce and with aero. In fact, active aero front and rear to work in harmony as well. The wheels, we need to go on to these. Look at the design that they've gone for with these. In some ways, it's a bit of a throwback style design. I thought maybe they'd go for a carbon wheel, but we've got them fitted up front with a 325 20-inch Cup 2R tyre at the front, 345 at the rear. Those numbers are enormous. Of course, contained within, we have some serious stopping power thanks to the brakes back there as well. But it's when you start to look at all of this, look at these blades running over the arch, look at how much opening there is there for the airflow management coming through, even down below, these side skirts sticking boldly out towards the side as well. You've got some unusual vents back here. Of course, no engine, but helping with cooling, no doubt towards the gearbox, the brakes, and helping with air management as well.